Hi, so welcome back. If you've just done maybe the first half of this session in sitting with the hand weights, I hope you enjoyed that. This is kind of what follows if you want to progress a little bit and work some more on upper body strengthening. So you will need some wall space if you've got some. I'm a little bit limited, so I found this little corner that I can use. But anything, a wall or a closed door that's nice and secure, you can use for this. And feel free to maybe still have a chair placed behind you so that if you need to sit yourself down, you can do. Or you could equally sit yourself on the chair, move nice and close to the wall, and you could still do some of the work for the upper body, for the shoulders, with your hands against the wall, but you're in sitting with the support of the chair. So you could give that a try as an alternative if you want to. So we're going to start off with a little bit of wrist loading. So as I mentioned in the previous class with the weights, the wrist is obviously an area that we want to look after. We want to try and keep it nice and strong because it is one of those areas that is prone to injury. So we want to just try and think about the wrist area and trying to load it and trying to strengthen it. So you want to be about arm's length away from the wall. So if you just come in front of the wall and reach out through your hands, and you just maybe want your fingertips to just slightly touch the wall. You don't want to be too close because we do want to work the wrists and the arms. Make sure that your feet are about hip width apart, and make sure that you're not pushing your hips forward or maybe kind of sticking your bottom out behind you. So just nicely tucking the tail under. About arm's length away, and you want to have the arms about shoulder height, so not too high, not too low. And we're going to let ourselves fall into the wall and let your hands, your wrists, catch you. So feel free to watch the first one if you want to. Try and stay nice and tall, let yourself fall in, catch yourself and push yourself away. So you catch and then press away. So the further back you are from the wall, obviously the more load, so you could step back and give yourself a little bit of a challenge if you want to. Try and draw your elbows into the wall rather than outwards. And try and avoid pushing your hips forward as you start to move into the wall. Good. Let's just do a couple more. So I'm roughly doing 10 of these. Lovely. Feel free to ease off, roll the shoulders there if you need to. This time we're going to come into push-ups. So you might need to come forward slightly now. So step forward slightly. Again, just bring the arms up, and now you can bring your hands flat against the wall. Make sure that you're not too far back, that you're already kind of hinging into the wall, or too close that you're not really going to do any work, and then you'll be tempted to kind of lean back and push your hips forward. That's an exaggeration, but try and find that nice positioning where you can still keep the spine nice and long in your neutral position. You're not pushing the hips forward or sticking your bottom out behind you. You keep your feet flat and the heels down. So flat hands about shoulder height, not too high, not too low again. And this time you can just slowly start to bring yourself into the wall, bring the elbows in rather than out. Again, avoid pushing your hips forward. And then push yourself away, extend at the elbow. And again, draw yourself in and then push away. And again, we're going to roughly do 10. So we're drawing the elbows into the wall. You could do the slight variation with the elbows coming out. Unfortunately, I don't have the space for that, but you could give that a practice as well. Just working a slightly different area, different group of muscles. And make sure that you fully extend away, not lock the arms, but fully extend and press away. Lovely. Feel free to just take the hands off again. Roll the shoulders. This time we're going to turn side on, and we're going to step relatively close to the wall, and you might need to do a kind of a practice run first off with this to just check how close you need to be. So we're going to think about some thoracic rotation. So this area around your rib cage, which tends to get a little bit tight, a little bit stiff. And we want to focus on keeping the hips and the pelvis stable. So think hips square to the wall in front. You're stuck in concrete up to your waist, so you can't move your hips. And we can only move through the upper body. So you need to be relatively close, and you're going to bring your hands onto the wall, flat if you can, both hands, and avoid the hips twisting in to the wall, so keeping them facing forward. So you have to work through the upper body and through that thoracic area of the spine, and then we're going to release. We're just going to do 5 on this side. So we're going to twist, hands on, twist, release. So if you feel as though your hips are moving, you might need to come slightly closer, or you need to really focus, really concentrate on keeping the hips still. And release. Good. And then you can change direction. So I'll just turn away for a moment. You can see a slightly different angle. So exactly the same again. You might need to do a trial run on this side as well to see how close you need to be. Again, hips square, facing forward. We twist, hands on, and then back down. So I need to come just slightly closer. And again, twist, hands on, and release. So you could do this with just a chair next to you. It doesn't have to be the wall that you place your hands onto. Just trying to find that thoracic rotation. Lovely, I'm just going to add one on because I started off a little far away. So finish that last one when you're ready and I'll come back around. So this time, again, quite close to the wall, and you want your arm in kind of a right angle here, and you're going to rest yourself against the wall. So relatively close, but avoid just resting and pushing your hips against the wall. So find that nice position again, hips square. And let your arm rest against the wall, and then push yourself away, and then let yourself rest, and push yourself away, and again rest, and push away. So 5 on this side. So again, try to avoid pushing your hips into the wall. Push your upper body away. Good. I've lost count. I think this might be 6. Good. And then just relax. You can switch around. Again, that nice right angle with the arm. Rest against the wall. So the arm and the shoulder, but try and avoid the hips kind of collapsing in. You're going to rest against the wall, and then you're going to push yourself away and come back against the wall. And again, push away and then back in. Push away and back in. Push away and back in. So 5 or 6 altogether. Lovely. And then you can finish and have a roll of the shoulders. So that's some of the movement that you can do against the wall. So you could build up the repetitions if you want to, do more, do less. You could maybe try that with a chair instead for a couple of the movements. When you do your thoracic rotation, you could reach for a chair next to you. But really good movements to practice, helping to strengthen around the upper body, around the shoulders, but also getting you to just move and mobilize. So hope you enjoy those. Any questions, again, feel free to message me, get in touch. But enjoy, thank you very much, take care, and hopefully you'll be back again soon.